When synthesizers and samplers first hit the scene, they were all hardware units, but as the music and recording industry gradually moved in the box, so did these devices. Software samplers were a natural first progression from physical sampling keyboards and drum machines, since those devices already incorporated their own dedicated CPUs and RAM. As computer power and storage increased exponentially, virtual plug-in sample instruments took advantage of the greater resources computers had to offer, and while there are certainly plenty of physical electronic instruments available today for live performance, in the studio, virtual instrument plugins, synths and samplers, are the most widespread format for digital musical instruments. Hardware samplers' biggest limitation was always the limited amount of RAM available, but with modern virtual sample-based instruments, not only is the available RAM an order of magnitude greater, but the option of streaming sample data directly from hard disk, mirroring the way audio tracks are handled, has allowed the makers of sample instruments to go all out, no longer having to compromise on the realism and expressiveness of acoustic instrument emulations by limiting the size of their sample libraries, which have swelled to relatively massive proportions. Even so, newer CPU-hungry methods of sound generation, like modeling, take advantage of the power of modern CPUs to offer an alternative to sample-based instruments, and even emulate the distinctive character of classic hardware synths as well. With so many virtual instruments available, many users dedicate entire hard disks to their libraries, and despite the considerable hit on computers' CPU and RAM, modern computer power allows for very large virtual instrument-based arrangements, including full orchestral scores, with uncompromised sound quality.